Hey everyone, Mandolin here with The Art of Pain, and I have a long video prepared, so I apologize in advance. I don't even know where this video is going to take us, but we will find out together, okay? Okay. So, duality, and that is the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, right? Well, I have been watching a series on Netflix called I Am a Killer, or I'm a Murderer. I think it's Murderer. Anyway, so essentially it shows interviews with inmates and, the story leading up to why they're incarcerated. And in most cases, it is a direct result. Sometimes people are like an accessory and they're still in there for their own reasons. But essentially, it just goes to show you why they're in there, why it happened, people that are on their side, people that are like, no, they deserve to be locked up, blah, blah, blah. And obviously they are still in jail. That's the whole premise. And it just really, 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 really made me think, because I am able to kind of see, even though that's probably one of the worst crimes. I don't want to say sins. I almost want to say sins, but let's be non-denominational. I think it's probably the worst crime you could ever commit is to take another person's life, unless it was in some sort of self-defense. So on the one hand, it's like, okay, yeah, you do deserve to be in there, but on the other hand, what about redemption? Do I, as a person, believe in redemption? And if I do, because I did feel empathy for these people, especially when you hear their backstories, so many of them have very similar ones as me, like history of abuse in every way possible, just a really, really, really bad start. And then even if they weren't out to kill someone, they didn't just wake up one day and say, that one's what I'm gonna kill. It's usually just some sort of escalated situation, or something went wrong, or wrong time, wrong place kind of thing. And not saying that I feel that I would ever be in that situation, but you can kind of understand at the same time why their outlook on life is different than, let's say, maybe yours or mine, and how something like that could happen. Is that person supposed to be viewed as just a terrible person for the rest of their lives? There's no saving them, redemption does not exist? Or do these people deserve a second chance? Maybe not out of jail necessarily, depending on the circumstances, but do they deserve a second chance? Do their voices deserve to be heard? And it has really kind of messed with me, because in order for there to be redemption, in order for people to deserve a second chance, before I consider this with some person that I don't know that happens to be on a TV show, I should probably consider it for the people in my life, or people that were in my life and are no longer for many reasons. Do those people also deserve redemption? Do they also deserve a second chance? We are told, and I've seen many memes, many things online, just many people saying it in general, and I do agree to an extent, that there is no shame in cutting out toxic people. Absolutely no shame at all. If they impact how you think and how you feel about yourself in a negative way, then no, they don't deserve to be around you, because why would they, especially if they hurt you in any way. But again, circling back to the documentary series I'm watching, I felt empathy for these people. Truly, I did. some of them were very, very young when it happened, like before 18. They were minors. Some of them, just wrong place, wrong time. Maybe they drove the car and they didn't know. And some of them outright were like, yeah, I feared for my life and I killed them before they could kill me. Of course, none of us were there. We don't know how any of these things really happened. There's really only speculation. So I understand duality and I understand darkness with the light. Probably, maybe not more than most people, but I I do struggle with it, but I also understand it not only as a concept, but as a way of thinking, as a way of life. So, where do we go from here? I don't I I don't know where we go from here. If I'm able to understand why somebody should forgive another person, shouldn't I also practice that? And I don't. I know that I should, and I know that keeping it inside of me, the anger and the pain, will never ever affect the other person. I've made videos on the subject. I know. I know that. But forgiveness is sometimes a lot harder to not only accept as a decision to make, but it's also hard to tell that person if you need to. Let's say it's a family member, and let's say though you try your best to not see them, maybe you're going to have to see them. Maybe it's a family obligation, maybe it's a funeral, you don't know. Just a situation where you're going to see these people that you generally just try to avoid. You don't want any part of them. They have no benefit to your life and they're just mean or whatever the case may be. I just don't I don't know. I don't know. And even in my dreams, I do try to confront people who have wronged me, and sometimes I just have dreams of betrayal anyway, just me being betrayed, or sorry, betrayal in my video just happening right in front of me, and either I see it or somebody tells me about it in my dream, and I'll try to confront the person, and they never care. They never ever care. They are just like deadpan expression, showing no emotion whatsoever, and they just could not care less about my pain, about like my tears, my dream tears, any of that. They just do not care that they have hurt me. And even when I'm explaining it and saying, "Hey, this isn't right. Let's do something about this," they do not care. And honestly, that has been my experience in life thus far for a lot of people that have wronged me in very real ways. They don't care. They just get on with their lives without me. Some of them say mean things about me. Some of them don't talk about me at all that I know of. And I don't know where the line is for this one. I if I can not understand in a way that I would like go out and do it, or even, cheer them on if they're able to be up for parole. But if I am able to put myself somewhat in these people's shoes and say that maybe they deserve a second chance somehow, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're doing something in jail, maybe they went to college and they want to do something outside of jail and like help the youth, I don't know, whatever, and then not think that the people that have hurt me without killing anybody that I know don't deserve it. You see what I mean? I don't know. I'm like stuck in this mental loop. Like I said in my last quick little video, I still haven't come to the conclusion that I want to, because I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how I as a person can feel both just as strongly as the other. Like I don't know, is this the duality that we speak of, because it feels like it's ripping my soul apart. I don't know what the right answer is, and even if I wanted to make amends with a lot of these people, not everyone, would they even care? Because chances are, no, I don't think they would. So letting go might be an option, but maybe for someone with a little more mental strength than me, because it's not me. I don't know. I wanted to have some sort of purpose to this video other than rambling and trying desperately to explain the just absolute time suck this whole thing has been since I started this series. But I guess I'll just leave you guys with a question. Have you been able to forgive people that have wronged you in a meaningful way? Maybe they have turned many people against you for a lie. Maybe they have abused you or neglected you, or I don't know, something. Maybe they have stolen your checkbook and drained your bank account when that was your life savings. I don't know. Just not a petty slight, something that broke your heart, something that absolutely broke your heart. Have you been able to forgive them? And if so, how? Because I love to talk about it, but I am not very great at forgiveness myself. But again, I'm able to see why some should. And obviously the people that I don't talk to, I wouldn't know how they're doing or how they are as a person now. Maybe they've stopped doing those things. I don't know. Is everybody entitled to forgiveness? Am I? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry for my lack of conclusion, but maybe if I come to one, I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, let me know. Let me know. Has this affected you? Have you had similar thoughts? Am I just absolutely insane and think everything to death? I don't know. All right. Have a great day, guys. Mandolin signing off.